And now let's have a brief non-technical introduction to reinforcement learning. The idea of reinforcement learning is the presence of an agent in an environment where it executes action at each time step t, which goes and creates a change in its environment, and the behavior of the environment is observed at time t as s of t, and based on how the action affected the behavior of the environment or how it has helped the agent reach closer to its goal state, you get a reward. So that is the idea of an agent and its interaction to the environment. It is being described in steps here. So you can see that agent obviously executes an action, it receives or observes a state and gets a reward as well. Environment, on the other hand, receives the action and emits the observation to the next step and the reward for the next step as well. Please remember, if your agent does an action at time t, the reward for that action will come with a slight delay. That is why you are getting the reward for action AT at time t plus 1. Action is happening at time t, reward is coming at t plus 1. Right? This is what we discussed in the previous slide as well. So there is a slight delay between the action and the reward. But because there are a sequence of actions, a large number of actions which have taken place, it will appear as if you are continuously doing actions and immediately getting the rewards for that. But that is not the case. Your rewards are slightly delayed. You take a step now, you get the reward one step later, or maybe more number of steps later. So that is the relationship between the agent and the environment. And the objective, overall objective of reinforcement learning is to maximize the reward of the agent. So an example can be this, that of Mario game. The environment is the environment in which the agent Mario is existing, and the aim of the agent is to maximize the reward by taking the maximum number of coins and by completing the level in the shortest amount of time and maybe reaching the princess eventually. So that is the goal of the agent, which is trying to win the Mario game. So if you want to summarize that in the form of a diagram, this is how it works. An agent performs an action on the environment emits the observation or the state, and it gives the reward as well. So these rewards are seen by the agents as a response to its actions. And this keeps on iterating till the agent reaches the final goal, and then the entire uh, system is supposed to have learned how to reach the final goal. So there are four major components in a reinforcement learning problem. You have the agent, the environment, the action that the agent takes, and the reward that it gets. Eventually, these are the things which matter. State is something which will tell the agent what to do. The input which matters to the agent is the reward. The output that the agent can produce is the action. So let's go to the next slide. This is what we have also been seeing in the previous few slides. The agent interacts with the environment and it performs actions, and it also sees the states. The rewards that the agent gets is either positive, negative, or zero. So if this is an agent and an agent is trying to learn, if it falls in front of this creature, it will die, which basically means it gets a negative reward. On the other hand, if this jumps and hits the question mark here, it will get a few coins, which will increase its overall score. So it becomes a positive reward. If the agent jumps on top of this creature and flattens it, the agent will again gain a few points, which means again it gets positive rewards. So this is how positive and negative rewards work, just like what we human beings also do. We also learn based on the experience. We do something, we get a negative reward, we try not to do that in the future. If something gives us a positive reward, we try to repeat that task over and over again to maximize our rewards. So, to summarize, the agent's sole purpose is to ensure that it collects maximum amount of rewards over an episode. The concept of episode is important. An episode refers to whatever things happen between an initial state and a terminal state. For an example, if you take the example of the game Mario, most of you may have played Mario. The level starts, and if you are completely successful in dodging all these creatures, you will reach the final flagpole where you jump onto the flagpole and the level successfully ends. So that is one episode for you. If you are very poor at playing Mario, you start the level, you jump, and you fall right in front of this creature. It eats you and you die. That is also an episode, because from the starting, the termination happens at this point when the uh, this creature eats you. So that's the end of one episode for you. A very successful episode is when you start from the start and go all the way to the end and jump on the flagpole and finish the level. That's also a example of a episode coming to an end. You may jump over this and fall into a ditch. That will also end the game, or the your that will also end your life. That is also the end of an episode. So from the starting state to the ending state or the terminating state is called an episode. So what we do in reinforcement learning is that we try to give positive rewards and the agent tries to repeat the tasks which are positively reinforcing for it and try to avoid negative rewards. This is something similar to the way in which we train animals. You may have seen many cases where the animals are trained to behave in a certain way to receive food and maybe to do certain tasks so that it gets a treat. Something similar on the software scale is done with the help of reinforcement learning. So, what the agent eventually does is to learn to develop a strategy, or in technical terms, it is called the policy, which will help it to get maximum amount of rewards, positive rewards. So that is what reinforcement learning is all about. Unfortunately, there are certain cases where your agent may have to take, say, non-special actions. One example of non-special actions is the agent trying to walk towards maybe the question mark that you are seeing there, or trying to jump over the creature which it is trying to avoid. So the step that it takes towards the question mark sign that you have seen in the Mario game, um, this one, before it jumps and catches the coins, is something which yields no immediate reward for it. For example, it comes here, jumps over it, and then it has to walk certain distance before it can jump again. So the agent has to perform certain actions, such as walking towards the question mark, which do not yield immediate rewards at each step. But you know as a player that if the agent goes a certain distance and then it jumps, it will give it a lot of rewards. But the intermediate steps which do not result in immediate rewards are something you have to be very careful about when trying to teach an agent to do. So this is a very key part of reinforcement learning on how to deal with uh, a scenario where the payoffs or the rewards are very far ahead into the future. That's a very interesting problem which people are still trying to solve.